Successful mic check. Whoa, welcome, people. Hi, kitty cat, meow meow. Let's continue with Torment, Tides of Numenera. Can I help you? Nati, kann ich helfen? Nee, okay. Gut. Ja. In Ordnung. So, now that that's out of the way, or she, not that, she's not a thing, she's my wife, and I love her. Welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We are at this point in the story. Water is life. We have successfully reached Matkina, the White Death, the cold calculating Jack. And she has now told me where we can find the guy that can help us build back or repair the resonance chamber that we fell into when we were kind of born as the last cast off. That's who we are. This is us. And let me just read it out. While I was in Tasha's mare, I somehow managed to change Matkina's past, and her memories have all been restored. She told me that the cast of I'm seeking is named Mazov. He's a master artificer, and I should be able to find him at a secret refuge called Mila West. Tash is the one that kind of screwed up Matkina's mind. She was, I don't know exactly what she was, but she couldn't remember some stuff, and Tash seems to be responsible for that. Tash is another cast-off, and cast-offs can build, make, I don't know how they do it, but they can do mirrors, these things, anyway. And these are it's like the pensive in Harry Potter. You can put your memories in there, and other people can then travel through these memories and see what you saw and remember what you remember. And yeah. Matkina some way got hold of Tasha's mare, and we, by entering it, we helped her. And that's not what Matkina expected. Matkina expected that we can travel through Tasha's mare and tell her where, and give her then some answers, because we could enter the memories of Tash. But what happened is that somehow we changed what Tash actually did in his mare, and we kind of repaired Matkina. And that's unusual. That's not something that any cast-off can do, and we don't know why, how, and what. Now, I've learned the name of the cast-off who helped build the resonance chamber. He's called Mazov, a talented builder and artificer. I hope to find him in Mila West, a refuge of sorts for my cast-off siblings. Other cast-offs are, just so you know, cast-offs are people born by the Changing God when he changes his own body and builds another body and enters that body with his own consciousness. The body that was left behind somehow gives birth to a new consciousness, and that's how cast-offs are born. The Changing God is uber powerful, and we don't know that much about him yet so far, but the Codex can tell us a little bit. The Codex says the Changing God is this. The landscape, culture, and history of Sagus cliffs have been shaped in innumerable ways by the Changing God. At one point in the distant past, he was a respected researcher and scientist, albeit flawed and selfish. But unlike most mere humans, the Changing God is not confined to a single lifetime. For centuries, The Changing God has continued his existence by transferring his consciousness into bodies of his own creation, casting off the many vessels that have held his mind. Casting off. We are cast off. He has moved from life to life, whether to avoid pain, injury, or death, or to seek new sensations and experiences. What he didn't realize at first was that the bodies he left behind, though often left severely damaged, were not empty. Each time he tore his mind from one of these husks, a new consciousness was born inside, a new person with their own thoughts and dreams. And that's us. And there's a lot of stuff that entered our codex compared to the last time I looked into it. Huh. Well, anyway, we will now try to... We somehow, like I said, we found Matkina, who was hiding in the Cave of Last Words. That's the entrance to that cave. And the Cave of Last Words, so named because this is where people write down their last words before they go onto this ledge and jump down and kill themselves. So it's a suicide cave, kind of. And we stepped out of it, climbed the precipice, and needed two tries for that. And now we are here. We don't know what that is, though I do know because I've played through this game before. And just a short mic check, picture check, everything's looking fabulous. Let's continue. This seems to be... Ask Aratus, I know. One of the machines the Changing Guard used when the Tabat attacked, which is another civilization. I don't know if they are human? Well, they are the Tabat. And the Tabat attacked Sagus Cliffs, that's the city we're in, millennia ago. Eons. And with this, and I think the same machine placed at a few other places, with this he could unmoor Sagus Cliffs in time. So I think it worked like that the Tabat then just died. Because I don't know if Sagus Cliffs was transported into the future or the Tabat just couldn't attack it because it was in another timeline. I don't know. Well, with these things, the Sagus Cliffs, the Changing Guard saved Sagus Cliffs. So, I was here last time as well, but didn't understand shit. So, we will try that again with a new mind, with a fresh mind, and I hope that this time I can follow what I'm saying here. So, the machine hums softly, as you hear. An orange glow appears beneath its dark, glossy surface. A large alien symbol dominates the space, with words in a smaller script on the side, but you cannot understand the writing. Even so, it feels like you've seen the writing somewhere before. Let's try to decipher the text. We are anamnesis superstars, so let's give it 85. Failure! The meaning of the script eludes you, but you can see an organization to the elements of the readout. The strange symbol that dominates the readout is a handprint, albeit not a human one. There are two lists next to it, a longer list of text and a shorter list of what you believe to be numbers. Each list has one item highlighted. You feel fairly certain that merely touching a new item will select it. Last time I did work it out, so let's just... 100% success, nice. So, after studying the text for several minutes, you begin to see, or perhaps simply remember, patterns in the words. In a flash, the purpose of the device comes back to you. This is an Omniscope, a device used to view locations from afar. The large alien symbol is actually an inhuman handprint. The longer list next to it is a set of location names, and the shorter list denotes ranges of time, how far back in time the Omniscope should look. You discover that you can actually read them all. Let's look at the list of locations. There are 8 locations listed. all of them within or near Sagus cliffs. Selecting one will presumably shift the Omniscope to look in that direction. Caravanserai is currently selected. This is where we are right now. Okay, let's look at the Reef of Fallen Worlds. You touch the name and it glows brighter than the others. Far above you, the Omniscope shifts into a new position. Place your hand on the alien handprint. As soon as you place your hand on the surface, the machine reacts. The glowing items on the two lists blink and draw lines to a rectangle, a view screen that wasn't there before. You see the half-sunken buildings and artifacts of the Reef of Fallen Worlds, where you crashed into the Earth. Very few scavengers trawl the reef, perhaps because they believe there's nothing more to be found, or perhaps out of fear. Okay, let's look at the Reef of Fallen Worlds in other times. There are 3 numbers here, representing a rough time frame, perhaps days, months, or years. The numbers are strange, but you are fairly certain you understand their meaning. Selecting one will presumably direct the Omniscope to look at that time frame. The current selection is 1, which you take to mean the present. 128, that's how many bits? But 12 isn't a bit. If it was 16 or 8, I would say, well, time is measured in bits in this game. But it's not. So, or bytes. Well, recent past. You touch the number and it glows brighter than the others. The machine's humming changes in timbre. Let's look through the view screen. You see the half-sunken buildings and artifacts of the Reef of Fallen Worlds, where you crash into the Earth. The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing the reef over days and weeks. The most interesting occurrence in this time frame is when you fell. There's a bright flash. You can see Elegant and Calestige watching the skies. Then Elegant twists his hands in the air, sending multicolored energy up into the sky. Elegant is one of my companions, and Calestige is the former companion of Elegant, but they don't really like each other. So we, in the beginning of the game, we had the choice to choose to take either Elegant or Calestige with us, and because I have played this game with Calestige before, I chose Elegant this time. Seconds later, a white streak, encased in the same energy, slams into the crystal dome at the edge of the reef. So he tried to save me from falling, I think. Thank you, Elegant. Other times, select the distant past. Okay. You touch the number and it glows blah blah blah. You see the half-sunken buildings and artifacts of the... Yes? The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing the reef over many years. The first thing you notice is the construction of a synth dome, the same dome you crashed into when you fell to Earth. A man with a cast-off tattoo works alongside various automatons. The cast-off is wearing tattered leather ropes. An alarming number of wires and tubes protrude from his body. Maybe that's Mazov. Little else changes until you reach images from many centuries past. Massive war constructs crawl across the reef, firing weapons toward the city above. One of them is struck by a blast from a defensive battery, and it collapses into the crystalline water. As it settles, you recognize its back as the place where you met Koro. Ah! That's why that place looks like some giant fell into the water, face first. Huh. There's nothing before that assault upon the city. When you try to look further into the past, the images loop back to the present and start over. Okay, let's change locations. And let's choose... That's gonna be a lot that we're doing here. Circus Minor. And... current selection is the distant past. Let's leave it at that. You see the bustling city square near the bottom of the cliffs. People of all types mingle about, show off their wares, or entertain the crowds. The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing the bustling square over many years. Buildings rise and fall as time passes. One in particular catches your attention. It is built from purple rock and rises perfectly straight, perhaps 50 stories tall. On its side is a magnificent mural of a creature, or perhaps a tree or a storm, but you feel certain it is a creature, perhaps the creature, the sorrow that is hunting you. The building stood for centuries before it was torn down. Other times. Recent past. Thank you. No! Circus Minor. In the recent past. That's here. And let's look through the view screen. Blah, blah, blah. The image in the view screen. You see a vibrant parade. In the center is a man bound in chains. His expression tells you he's walking to his death. Elegant and Calistige pass, conferring quietly as they make their way toward the steps that lead to the reef. And we saved this man, the man bound in chains, because that was Tibier's friend, another one of our companions. The man in chains was called Riss. So, now the present. The crowd surrounding the execution ground has dispersed. Nothing more to say, okay. Now, let's select Cliff's Edge. Edge badge. From, yes, the present. Dozens of buildings are built into the cliffside. Many of them hang precariously over the sea below. The people of this area are, for the most part, rough and bitter. They don't live on the edge by choice. Other times. Dozens of buildings are built into the cliffside. Yes, I know. The image in the view screen, yes. Buildings collapse into the sea quickly, as if something were undermining them. And we helped that as well. We, responsible for that were the sticker. Some kind of insectoid humanoids and that take nourishment in electricity. And they hit the stone and somehow that builds up static, I don't know, electricity, and that's how they eat, and that's why they were always digging underneath the city. But we have relocated them. The distant past. Yes, the image in the view screen, I know. The further back in the past you look, the more buildings there are. They have been falling gradually into the sea over many centuries. Above and below, there are seaward-facing batteries, defensive weapons, that predate the Ninth World, but they too collapse into the sea as the years pass. Shortly before the distant past ends, the last of them topples from its perch, leaving the city defenseless. Ugh. Okay, look into Government Square. At the distant past. Your screen. The bright sunlit square is home to many elaborate buildings. A few of these are made of metal and seem to burst forth from the ground itself. The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing the square over many years. Centuries ago, there was some kind of rebellion. It spilled out from the bloom up to the highest parts of Sagus cliffs. The bloom is this part here, under the city, very much beneath the city, and it's an organism where people live in. Just so you know. Leading the charge is a woman wielding a glowing hammer. She is covered entirely in silver scales. She doesn't even have a face that you can see. Her followers are numerous, and the leaders of ancient sagas are quickly killed or subdued. That's Sheila the Great. And I named my Baldur's Gate character after Sheila because she was pretty cool, and I actually know more about her because I have the novella of Sheila the Great that was published with the collector's edition of Tome of Numenera. So, other times. Good times, bad times. View screen. A pale woman with yellow hair stands in front of a magical gateway. Occasionally, you see children enter or exit the portal, though never the same child twice. We know about that as well. That's the House of Times? No, I don't know. But orphans from other times, so from the future or the past. I don't know if you know. If we know. They can... Where they have it bad there, they can step into the house of empty time, and arrive here in our present and live happier lives, hopefully. Now, the present, right? The people here shine as much as the square itself. They are well dressed and obviously wealthy. Many levies walk the square, as well as Aeon priests, foreigners, and a few non-humans. We have seen into the distant past, haven't we? Yes, the rebellion. I remember. Leave, Circus, Edge, Bash, Caravanserai. Haven't looked into that. And in the very distant past, okie dokie. The screen shows the plateau of Caravanserai. This is where we are right now. The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing Caravanserai. The docks have been a bustling center of trade for as far back in time as you can see. In the earliest recorded time, you can see two figures standing atop this very observation platform. A male and a female. Bright flashes and gouts of smoke suggest a great battle taking place along the cliffs below, until the man activates something on the control panel. A faint veil of energy encircles the city, and the tumult suddenly ends. And we have seen glimpses of this memory also before, when we started the game. One of the first things you do is see memories, or read about memories, and that's one of them, where we fought our way up to this place here. Other times, the recent past, and view screen. You catch a glimpse of a woman with purple hair and slow the images down to watch. She stands near the entrance to the hostel, speaking to the proprietress. After a moment, she embraces the woman. Then she hurries off toward the docks. The woman's hair seems to move of its own accord. She's almost certainly the woman that Omadon described. Omadon. We know about this woman, and I think she was called Persai? And she has a stalker who thinks she's in love with him, but she isn't, and we want to help her. Peliai? But who was Omadon? There must be something about Omadon. Oh, he's the man. Okay. A man we met at the Caravanserai is looking for his lost love, Persea. He says that she suffers from a madness that causes her to flee from imagined dangers, and he has been trying to catch up to her for years. Omadon tracked Persea to Sagus cliffs, and he asked me to help him look for her. We will not help him.
Yes.
I don't help stalkers. So, different times. I don't know where we began. Let's look at the present. No, we began at the past. I remember now. It looks exactly the same as the scene before you. That's to be expected. The bloom. I like the bloom. The bloom's cool. Let's look into the bloom in the present. The screen shows the dark chasm that flanks Sagus cliffs on one side. At the bottom of the chasm is a carpet of debris that seems to flow like a river from the junkyard north of the city down to the sea. In the darkest part of the chasm, beneath a cloud of greasy smoke, is a city-sized mass of living flesh, the bloom. Its name springs readily to mind, plucked from your sire's memory. Tubes and tendrils sprout from the bloom in 100 directions, many of them attached to the cliffs on either side. Merchants and other scattered figures travel along the bloom's tendrils. A stone gatehouse, partially subsumed within the mass of flesh, would seem an obvious entrance, but very few are coming or going through its gates. Okay. A number of scavengers sift through the debris outside the bloom, tossing most of what they find into one of the bloom's many orifices. Okay. Other times. And the recent past. Okay, dokie. The screen shows a city-sized mess of... Yeah, I know. The bloom sees a lot of diverse traffic, merchants, refugees, and the destitute. A number of shady figures enter and exit, mostly through a stone gatehouse that is partially subsumed within the mass of flesh. Not a single levy or Sagus official ever seems to travel there. Oh. Rough neighborhood. Distant past. View screen. Oh yeah. The further into the past you look, the farther north the bloom is. It looks like it is moving very slowly south over time, less than a finger's length per year, toward the sea. Other locations. Crafton. I don't know what Crafton is, or where it is. Let's look at Crafton in the present first, because maybe we get an idea what it is. The screen shows an area north of Sagus Cliffs, below the crag of the city, where the land stretches out to the horizon. Amidst the maze of bluffs and outcroppings is all manner of debris, most of it predating the Ninth World. Metal and synth monolith. Hello, kitty cat! Meow meow. Metal and synth monoliths rise above a field of scrap, a functioning machine perches on the edge of an enormous pit. Strange plants and vines struggle to reclaim the land. It's even more cluttered and fantastic than the Reef of Fallen Worlds. I don't know if we ever visit that place. Or is that Mila West? The haven for casters. Ugh. Scavengers wander the maze, not all of them human. They pick out whatever Numenera or scraps they can find. There it is! Yes, it was. And you were the first one to type anything, so I guess it wasn't that... it was hard to see. Louder to see. View screen. Ah, it's the junkyard. That's where Otero and Rin were before we met them. The view screen displays the junkyard north of Sagus Cliffs. It is cluttered with thousands, perhaps millions, of years of debris from prior worlds. Strange plants and vines are growing over and between everything, gradually reclaiming the land. The image in the view screen changes rapidly, showing the junkyard over days and weeks. Scavengers come and go. A small campfire catches your eye, an oddity in the junkyard. Rin's small figure hunches over it. She looks scared. Yeah. And a little to me, but I think I am talking to myself even more than you are. So we're in good company? Rin, I'm sorry to abandon you. And the distant past. Scavengers come and go. The enormous pit grows slowly larger. In the more distant past, a wall stretches across the junkyard, bristling with northward-facing batteries to protect the city from attack. But as time passes, the wall is abandoned. The batteries crumble into ruin, and the whole structure is subsumed beneath the surrounding trash. Too bad. Locations. Caravanserai, the Bloom, Garavia Sound. That's the last location we can see. At the present. What's happening in Garavia Sound right now? The view screen shows the vast sea to the south. Two peninsulas embrace the waters for many kilometers. Then the sea stretches out to the horizon. The sea is placid. A small number of ships ply the harbor, seeking fish or sunken artifacts. Then the recent past. Strange ships come and go, both sea and air, bringing trade goods from places you cannot see beyond the horizon. Okay. There was not a lot we could gather now. A long time ago, the cliff sides had defensive batteries built into the rock. All of these have collapsed or fallen into ruin. An enormous marteling whale glides into the bay with a small village built on its back. Before it can reach the cliffs, the batteries thunder into life, destroying the whale and the entire village. That's an official creature, by the way, from the Torment core book. From the Numenera core book. Yes, it is. See, a village on top of a whale. That would be a cool place for my next campaign. No, well. So we have seen all the locations, all the times. Have we? We have. So, finally we can continue the game. Although, yeah, pretty much that is the game, what I'm doing here right now. Does the random stuff do anything? No, it doesn't. Okay, bye-bye. Or does it? Random. View screen. I don't think it does. Okay. And this here is the other control panel we can access. Let's see what happens. I think I have to burp.
Let's do it.
Now, go there.
Here we go then.
The holographic panel appears to be a control interface. In the center is what looks like a utility map of Sagus cliffs. It's surrounded by a number of symbols you cannot immediately identify. And in the upper right quadrant is some sort of cube within a cube. Strange as the panel is, you can shake a strong sense of familiarity about it. And this is where I started the last stream. So I started with this device and not this one. And I had no idea what I was presented. So I'm reading this in silence now. Center. Sagus cliffs. Symbols. Cube within a cube. Okay. It's a map of Sagus cliffs. Okay. Examine it closely. The map of Sagus has a number of locations highlighted, some of which you recognize. There are 4 symbols around it. A circle that looks like the sun, a cluster of stars, a triangle of 3 eyes, and what looks like a crystal lattice. All the symbols are lit except for the crystal lattice. Larger than all 4 symbols is the cube within a cube, which you suddenly remember is called a tesseract. It appears to be moving. What? Let's remember that shit. A memory emerges, as clear as if it were happening to you right now. You are at a cracked door at the base of a stairwell. The door squeaks quietly as you ease it open. Your breath catches in your throat, but the Tabat soldiers outside don't notice you. You squeeze through a door, a keen-eyed young girl behind you, and slip out of the tower down the blood-stained corridor and into the city. The city is under attack. You dash through the streets to the nearest of your generators. Pressing a couple of buttons, you and the girl are teleported elsewhere. You find yourself in front of the very same control panel atop the cliff. With quick movements, you shift the tesseract, slipping the controls from space to time. Then you press the cluster of stars to connect the network of temporal shield generators. On the map, the network of generators bursts to life, sharing energy across the city to create an enormous shield over all of Sagus cliffs. The dome of energy fills the sky, armoring the city from time itself. On the other side of the shield, the world shifts and shimmers, objects and landscape appearing and disappearing before your eyes. The place is the same, you realize, but you're seeing it in many different time periods at once. The important thing is that no one can enter or exit the dome while the city is temporarily unmoored. That should buy the city's defenders the space they need to fight off the Tabat and survive. The memory fades. You stand above Caravanserai again. The interface is the same as the one from your memory, and you understand what at least some of these controls do. Let's leave it alone and save.
Sure enough.
Because I think last time I made a mistake that was not reversible.
Fine.
Okay. Let's try to determine what's happening here. You stare at the controls for several minutes, but you can make no sense of them. It might be easier if you just tried them out to see what happens. How many zones? 4. And the Tesseract. And we know space and time using the Tesseract. Okay. 3 eyes. Pressing the cluster of stars. Let's see what the sun does. The platform hums. The air pops and sizzles. For a few seconds, activity outside the platform shifts. People flicker in and out. Caravanserai changes. First the ships, and then the buildings themselves. You see them as old and deteriorated, then new, then under construction on the bare rock, all within seconds. Your platform remains steady, but outside, as if time is shifting as swiftly as the sea. The platform shudders suddenly, then clicks off. The air cools and quiets, and Caravanserai returns to the way it was. After keeping the energy dome active for so long, centuries or longer, it seems that the platform no longer has enough power to remain active. Okay, so we cannot remain out of time, I think. Okay. What do the eyes do? And I was so sleepy last time, so tired, that I didn't understand what this whole paragraph was supposed to tell me. And I thought the last paragraph here was, the last sentence was supposed to tell me, you fucked up, it's broken now. But no, it's just that we can only do the space bit, but not the time bit. I think that's what it says, that's what it means. The map changes color. Each of the bright points lights up in turn, occasionally stretching a faded line from one point to another. After a minute of this, the map fades. A voice speaks the truth directly into your mind. Temporal network connections limited. Please repair the network. The crystal lattice next to the map lights up. Okay. Again, the map lights up and changes colors. The lines between each point grow and fade. Some of them grow solid and then disappear. Others have gaps in them that never light up at all. After several minutes, the activity ceases and the voice speaks to you again. Could not restore network. Temporal connections have deteriorated beyond repair. Please consult your system conservator immediately. You can't raise the shield again like in your memory, but the network once had another purpose, you remember. In the memory, you used the Tesseract to shift the controls from time to space. Perhaps if you shifted it back. Kaboom! As soon as you touch it, the impossible cubes shift and move with your fingers. It seems to snap into 2 different states. With unfamiliar gestures, you rotate the Tesseract. The inner cube squeezes out and becomes the outer cube, while the outer cube becomes the inner one. Some of the locations lit up on the map change. Among other locations, 2 new lights appear in Caravanserai, one marking the platform where you're standing. The outer cube moves in space, no longer flickering as it was before. Presumably, the controls are now set to the spatial dimension. The crystal lattice next to the map dims again. Okay, now let's inspect it. The map changes color. Each of the bright points in turn lights up, occasionally stretching a faded line from one point to another. After a minute of this, the map fades. Okay, please repair the network again. Okay. But after several minutes, the map shows a network of points. The control panel ceases in its activity and the voice speaks to you again. Spatial network restored. Connection procedure may now proceed. Connected. The map lights up again and the voice speaks into your mind. Spatial translation network connected. State your destination. You don't recognize the location of all these points, so you don't know what name the machine expects. But you do, know some of them. Miela West. Destination not recognized. Please state again. Colon Village. Destination not recognized. Please state again. I guess only throughout here? Cliff's Edge. The entire platform hums to life. The air sparks and crackles around you. Then with a pop, you are somewhere else. Yeah, I know I'm... Okay. So we have a teleporter thing there in Caravanserai, but... That's a stupid... Ooh, but maybe we can use this one too. Now we have teleporter throughout the city. Isn't that interesting? Loss of self. Are you in any way... Can you do more than I've done with you so far? Let's tell her. Because we know exactly what's happening with her. Let's tell her. She listens to your story, eyes downcast. It's a long time before she speaks, and when she does, her voice is thick with anger. Shut it down. Please, find a way. Smash it to pieces if you have to. Okay, farewell. Nods.
Why not?
Ain't time. We have fought before, haven't we? And I have cagged your ass? You've returned? Another duel? Not yet, he says with a cough and a slight smile. I'm still recovering from your last lesson. I might not survive the next one. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how my lessons are. Pretty rough. Don't mess with the last cast off. Okay, nothing here to do.
It's a plan.
It is. Let's travel. Examine the device. The functional console. You thumb a button beneath the flickering light and feel an odd, painful sensation below your navel. I don't know, belly button. It is as if someone has slipped a hook into your flesh and is tugging it from the other ends of 3 very long lines. Oh, that sounds ouchy. One is attempting to draw you in the direction of Circus Minor. Another is pulling you towards the peak of the city. And a third, the one that feels almost taut, traces an invisible line back to Caravanserai, where the teleportation control panel was. What's the peak of the city? Is that Government Square? Oh, yes, it's Government Square. I thought maybe hidden location, you know? But it's not. Kaboom, baby. Okay, just a short check. It's getting pretty bright outside. So let's attack it with my other light. And... yeah, I think I will turn off chat as long as no one's here. So, I mean... or should I just clear chat? Yeah, I'm gonna clear chat. Yeah, that's a good idea. So now it's not in anyone's way. And yeah, let's continue.
Let's go.
This is the House of Empty Time, but nothing to do here. Ooh. Let's look through the holes in space again. These ones. You step too close, and one of the anomalies hisses past your hip like a disc made of razors. One of your pouches feels heavier. It seems the anomaly has left you a present. The Cyclonic Cube. Light moves strangely through this glass cube, forming square patterns of blue and purple colors. Let's travel to Caravanserai. I don't know if I was finished there. Boom! Here I am back again.
Yes.
Like a hurricane. So have I done anything that could be done? And let's inspect it. No problems found. If you're experiencing trouble with the temporal network, please consult your system conservator. Okay. You have connected everything. Activate the platform by pressing the sun. Spatial translation network already activated. State your destination. Nowhere right now? Understood. To use the spatial translation network in the future, simply state use spatial network. Let's use and let's examine. And now let's use. Read for Fallen Worlds? Oh, okay. Circus. Minor? Kaboom, baby! Hey, Genocide. Anything new with you? Nothing new with him. No, that was new. So he hasn't told us that already. Okay. The last time I did that, I had a voice manipulation program app for Twitch. Since then I have not used it, and I have uninstalled it because it led to some really not that noticeable, but for some people too noticeable delay when I talk. So let's try it my way. I have been defeated. I have nothing to fight for. My captor castrated me with a tool they made to dampen my natural urges. I can remember the actions, I can recall the glory, but I feel shame, regret. I am weakened, but not by my volition. The genocide squeezes his fists. What does it matter? Those who stood against me are all dead. I am victorious. I no longer fight with a blade. My weapon is time. He leans in closer. I do not die. I cannot be wounded. I am held like a beetle in sap. Why would I not be serene? He settles back. The Underspine spoke of my destiny. I was to wage war unto the edge of the universe, but the universe keeps going, and so, it seems, must I. Someday I will be free, someday. Until then, I am incorruptible. Okay, farewell.
I'm going.
No good tidings, I can live with that. Okay. Yes, lose the finish in the console. Looks like I have been everywhere I can go to. I thought there was some Easter egg here in Cliff's Edge that I could reach. A specific place that I couldn't reach without these teleporters, but it seems that I have misremembered that. Because I thought I could somehow reach this place here. And I think I can, but I don't know how anymore. Yeah. Well, no biggie. Now I think I can return the book to Felinda. Why not? Yes, let's do that after we have talked to Journal. I have everything I wanted to have. Or do I like the Cloud Gauntlets? Nah, why would I? Why should
Yes.
I? No. Circus Minor. Wrong way.
Yes. Now.
This is the way. I hate maps that I can click on the map to go to the place where I want to go. That's stupid. And I don't even want to tell them where to go. I just want to move the screen faster. Getting pretty bright is in. Let's try to do something against it. Oh, this could work. Yeah, let's try this. Why not? Okie dokie.
Let's go.
Felinda, I have your book. But before I give it to you, let's look into the book. Ooh, I have an artifact, right? Sucker Punch. I already have the Sucker Punch, haven't I? Sucker Punch. He hasn't got the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. No Sucker Punch. Maybe one of these then should get the Sucker Punch. Only seems logical. This is a small glass plate fashioned into a pin, though it can hardly be called a fashion item, as a crowd of otherworldly eyes competes to... I remember, I have already read that out. He already has an ornament. And he has one as well, okay. Hastened. Plus 15 evasion, plus 15 attack. They share all fettles and... Okay. Then I will... What? This stupid... Then I will take the other one, the ornament. Share my fettles with Elegern. Oh, but I have a negative fettle, so... Shadow Step negative. That's stupid. What's that? Ugh. Plus 50 movement speed, but Who's very slow? Let's look. Who is slow? Is very fast. He is fast. He is not fast. And I am also not fast. So maybe one of us should get this movement speed. And maybe that should be Elegant because he's super slow and is but he's a melee character. Okay, so then Tywin and I will share our fettles. And where's that artifact now? There it is. And that's yours. And you have a sucker punch now. Isn't that great? I think that's pretty good. Giving him the sucker punch. Okay. And lots of... Ooh, I can use that. That's rare that we can use an oddity, so let's do it. Translucent panes spin behind the smooth glass of this cube, often defying the dimensions containing them. You catch glimpses of various objects or scenes contained within. You clear your throat involuntarily and the pace of the spinning goes even faster, as though the cube were waiting for you to speak or ask a question. Who am I? The spinning panes within the cube slow, then halt entirely, revealing a single image at the center of the cube. A rust-speckled construct struggling to crawl from a pile of rotting cloth. Okay. I think he insulted me, or it insulted me, but I'm not sure. The object fades particle by particle with no further explanation. You've either received the exact answer to your question through an idiom you have no hope of grasping, or the cube completely misunderstood you. Why is the sorrow hunting me? A bowl of black fluid on a round glass table. Okay, what are you? It goes utterly opaque for several seconds before the panes reappear. That sounds like the correct answer. Can you tell me what you are? I want to know what you are. Uh-huh. Can you explain? A 13-legged insect pinned by the edge of a book. Is that a no? Where am I? A burning ship on a stormy sea. Oh, so it changes the answers even. Okay. Sickly animals huddled around a diseased pond. All these things destroy themselves, don't they? I guess maybe they are not all innocent for their they played their part to be destroyed. A city floating in the air, unsupported by even the wispiest of clouds. No, it doesn't really help me. Long line of thick candles running up a dark and endless hallway. Okay, now the sorrow again. A freshly baked pastry, mounted with cream and glossy fruit, held within two cupped hands. It wants to eat me? It sounds like I am super tasty. Oh. Uh-huh. Are you broken? From the dizzying depths of the cube, you hear your questions, all of them, echoed back to you. The smell of burning sand coats the back of your throat. A number emerges from the spiral of pains and light. 9. You asked 9 questions. Apparently you don't get any more. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a broken cube. Okay. Okay. But maybe I will hold on to that. Maybe it does something in the future? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When hit with a melee attack, deals 1 relativistic damage and confers bleeding to attacker. So anyone who attacks me bleeds. That's good. It sounds like something that's useful for... Maybe... Maybe this ring of entanglement isn't as good as I want it to be? I don't think it is. I think this here is way cooler. People bleed when they attack me? Yes, I like that. Viscera Spring, okay. Broadsword. All this stuff I cannot use. That. That's just a usable item, okay. I can only use that when I find the other half of it. Another ornament. Gain +1 in cipher use skill. No, who needs that? Well, maybe Tiber. If you're free there, then you get it.
I think it looks rather fetching, don't you?
Quick Ice Axe. Heavy weapon. Heavy melee weapon. Who can use that? I cannot. He cannot. He cannot either. Okay. Only he can. Then let's give it to Eritus. Booyah. Unusable by the last cast off. 1 armor, 3 resistance. I think I will sell that per testone. What kind of ciphers do I have? Clears the fog of war in the current area. That's stupid. I don't need that. All positive incidents from all enemies. Vision gaining burning mouse. +50 on perception. I'm already very perceptive, but sometimes you can even use more. Why not? Let's tell 10 intellect. Do you have 10? I have 12. That's okay. Physical damage. Relativistic damage. Charm paste. Fog of war. Deals more damage. And even more damage. No. I think I want... Yeah, he's the thrower now. Elegant throws stuff at people. Here's 3 points of health and 3 speed. Oops. Let's. Ooh, I think I ate it. No, cancel. Phew. Hello, Convelocity! What's rolling? Not me, baby. Yeah, I don't know what's rolling. I only think of Limp Bizkit when I hear rolling. But welcome. I think you have no idea what's happening in this game, do you? Do you want a long introduction, or should I just go along and play and ask you how your day is and how you've been faring without the last couple of days? It's getting pretty warm in here. Medium melee weapon. Okay. Light ranged. Medium melee. Medium melee heavy. Melee 8 plus 2. 8 plus 8. That's just much better. Oh, but Neon, the 8 and 7 plus 3 is 18. That's 16. Here's 4 points. And that's even much nicer. Medium melee. He wishes he had more hands. I can understand that. Medium long introduction. Okay. You want it, you got it. Or you'll get it after I got my water supply freshed up. So, see you in a minute. Howdy doodle doodles. That's exactly the way you should do it, right? When someone comes up into your chat, the first thing you should do is go away, pee, and get some water. So they are totally entertained. Sorry. So, velocity. So with behind, I'm still at work rendering videos, and sometimes the MacBook dies. I hope the MacBook isn't the one that's rendering videos, because rendering videos can take a shitload of time. Oh, it is. Ugh. And then you have to start all over again when it dies? It sounds... time-consuming. The Codex can help me in telling you what the hell is happening here. We are living on the 9th world. The 9th world is Earth. A world that has seen massive civilizations rise and fall over the course of 2 billion years. So it's Earth 1 billion years into the future. This is where we are right now. Since sentient life first arose, civilizations that could rekindle a dying sun, seed the atmosphere with nanomachines, shape the continents themselves into a massive megacontinent, become the seat of a vast interstellar empire, or make the fundamental forces of physics their playthings. This is the setting. We are the last cast-offs, meaning one of the cast-offs. What are the cast-offs? To answer that, we should first know what the Changing Guard is. Bam. The landscape, culture, and history of Sagus Cliffs, this is the city where we are in, have been shaped in innumerable ways by the Changing Guard. At one point in the distant past, he was a respected researcher and scientist, albeit flawed and selfish, but unlike most mere humans, the Changing Guard is not confined to a single lifetime. For centuries, the Changing Guard has continued his existence by transferring his consciousness into the bodies of his own creation, casting off, that's why I am the cast-off, the many vessels that have held his mind. He has moved from life to life, whether to avoid pain, injury, or death, or to seek new sensations and experiences. What he didn't realize at first was that the bodies he left behind, though often left severely damaged, were not empty. Each time he tore his mind from one of these husks, a new consciousness was born inside, a new person with their own thoughts and dreams. And that's what I am. I am one of the cast-offs. And we are running away from the sorrow And I think that's what I'm doing in this game. I'm trying to get away from the sorrow, try to puzzle together my memories, because we remember some stuff from the other vessels. So the Changing Guard was in. So we have some memories reaching back into several thousand years into the past. Yes. So we're trying to uncover our past, our history, who we are, and also try to stay alive by getting away from this fucking thing. The Sorrow is an ancient horror that hunts the Changing Guard and all his creations, namely the cast-offs. When you woke deep in the labyrinth of your mind, you felt the Sorrow's inexorable pressure as you rebuilt your memories. When you emerged into the calm and spoke to the Spectre, the Sorrow ripped its way into your mind and spilled its fragments into your psyche. So we are mentally infected by this thing. Labyrinth and calm are things in our mind. We can really, literally explore our mind and walk around in our brain, practically. I think that's the most important stuff. And what's going on right now is that when we were born as a cast-off, we fell smack into the middle of the resonance chamber, which can build back cast-offs. It can repair them. And we were kind of broken by a fall, I don't know how many kilometers down. And another thing, cast-offs, pretty hard to kill. We are almost immortal. And so we plunged into the resonance chamber, broke it because of that, and are trying to repair it to continue to piece our memories back together. And before we could do that, we had to know who can repair it, and we got from one person to the next, and now we know it's Mazov. Mazov might be able to repair the resonance chamber. He's another cast-off, and he is living in Mil Avest, which is a haven of sorts for all the cast-offs that are fleeing, and the place is supposed to keep the Sorrow at bay. The Sorrow is supposed to not be able to invade this place. So this is our next location. Mila West, trying to reach Mazov. In order to get there, we have to go through another place. But that's the game. Whew. So, your mind is already blown. It's a very mind-blowing game. Yes, that's Torment of Numenera. Almost immortal, just like real people. Yes. MacBooks, what's that? RIP MacBooks. Ooh, I had a very powerful iMac once, but corporate decided that a middle-range MacBook is fine as well. Corporate doesn't give two shits about their people, does it?
I'm ready.
Always the corporate people. Damn them. Falinda. The thief returned, the merchant says. Falinda wondered why, but did not ask.
Making a note.
Here's the Tome of Singing Thorns. Falinda snatched the book from the thief's hands, this merchant says, doing so. And yes, it was the same book, still sealed, still worthless, still priceless. The merchant traces the sigil on the cover for a long, silent moment. As a reward, Falinda invited the thief, the customer, to take one of the merchant's more ragged books as payment. Stock space was limited after all, and the customer would be doing Falinda and Staristi a favor. You lean forward to examine Falinda's bookshelf. I remember that I haven't looked into the book that I'm giving her right now, so I am reloading. I can boil eggs with my MacBook. Oof. Have you... How old is it? Is that thing? Is it maybe it's time to clean it? To dust it off from inside? Or was that from the beginning? That it gets that hot? The Tome of Singing Thorns. The pages of this ancient heavy book rustle as if waiting to be turned. A cast of tattoo is inscribed onto the title page. Someone has attached a much newer tag to the binding which reads, Exclusive property of Falinda and Sturisti. Booksellers. Use item. You flip open the cover of the Tome of Singing Thorns. On the title page is a cast of tattoo divided into 5 curving, triangular shapes the color of each tide, with a small inscription beneath. You try turning to the next page, but can't. It's as if the pages are a solid block of paper. You lay your hands on the title page's rough, somewhat metallic surface, and the sharp triangular shapes spring up around your fingers with a vibrating hum. 2017. The one with the shitty touch bar. You could tell me anything about MacBooks. I have no experience with Apple products and Mac and iMac and MacBook. I know the names. I know what an iPhone is, or an iMac or a MacBook. But I am Windows for life through and through. I have no patience for Macs. Sorry. Have you ever tried Windows, or were you born and raised with a MacBook in hand, or an iMac? How were they called in the past? I don't know. You hate them too. Thank goodness. You seem to hate them with a passion. When I look at that language. But your company forces you to work with them instead of with Windows products? I know designers and artists, they always use Mac stuff and Apple stuff because it's so great, and I know that's the way. Adobe, the same thing. They focus on Mac stuff, but I don't know why you can't just do the same things with a Mac, with a Windows PC. I cannot even charge the Bluetooth Magic Keyboard that came with the MacBook, because the MacBook only has USB-C ports. The keyboard has a Lightning port. That's weird. Why would they do it that way? I know, maybe because then they can also sell you the exclusive MacBook Bluetooth Magic Keyboard Lightning charger. Yes, Lightning port charger. Adobe products don't run well on Apple since 2017. Ooh. $100 to charge a keyboard? That's inhumane. What should we do? The possibility of losing your fingers to this book was a danger Falinda somehow neglected to mention. Read the inscription. It is written in a firm, sharp hand that nearly carved the letters through the page. Symptoms: cyanosis, hemophilia, spontaneous bruising, jaundice, argyria. See her as she was, you do not deserve to forget what you lost. What? You do not deserve to forget? See her as she was. Cyanosis and hemophilia sounds to me like blue and red and indigo. I don't know what jaundice and argyria mean. Jaundice sounds like jealousy. Okay, cyanosis. Let's touch the blue thorn. You experimentally run your finger along the back of the blue thorn. The moment raises a cool, complex note from the curved surface. Then, hemophilia. Red? You carefully pluck the crimson thorn like a stringed instrument. A note rises from the vibrating razor edge. And then... bruising sound... indigo? You tap this dense thorn, coaxing a multitude of tiny chime-like sounds from the metal. As you listen, they coalesce into a single firm note. Do you just know that stuff, or is that Wikipedia talking? I knew that hemophilia, so I only knew cyan was a blue color, and hemophilia sounds like blood, liking hemoglobin, you know, loving blood, hemophilia. What's your explanation? Ugh. I think you mentioned that at some point, but only a little. So then you'd know what's jaundice and argyria. And they are probably silver and gold. Argyria is a symptom of colloidal silver poisoning. Oh, thank you. You prod the silver thorn, producing a high, pure note. Damn! Bluish gray. Maybe it's... I should have pressed the blue thing. Okay, again, the inscription. Okay, blue. Red. Indigo. Blue again? No. Blue. Red. Indigo. Blue, red, indigo. I thought of... That was my mistake. It's Gelbsucht. Right. I have read about that because I have the white of my eyes is also a little yellow. And that's why I knew I have read this term before. So then it's jaundice before. So gold. You caress the golden thorn. A warm note rises from within it, making your fingers tingle. Now, silver, argyria. You prod the silver thorn. The note rises into the air. The notes surrounding you scatter into silence, as if swept aside by an impatient hand. The book blurs open, flipping from page to page faster than you can read. But still you catch glimpses, neat tables of strange creatures in their tidal affinities, dwindling question marks on each page as the author understood more and more. And through it all, you feel the book reading you, touching parts of your mind, erasing uncertainties and reopening portions that have long been closed. Ooh. Tidal affinities. Another thing, Velocity, what's happening here is the tidal forces, the tides, control the world. They have the colors that we were just pressing here. Silver, gold, blue, indigo, red. And they each stand for an idea. For example, blue stands for wisdom or enlightenment and logic, while gold stands for compassion and being heroic and risking your life for others. Silver means that you want to prove yourself and want to be remembered. So it's pride also goes into the silver category. Then the red one is being emotional, passionate, explosive, and just do what in this second you want to do. And the last one, the indigo tide, is the the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Tide. There's another way to say that. Yeah, you get the idea. Continue. Okay. What happens if we do it again? Blue, red, indigo, yellow, silver, gold, silver. Blue, red, indigo, gold, silver. You finished the song again. The Just Let Me Die a Martyr Tide. Yes, that's the golden one. Or it depends on why you do it. It could also be the silver one, and it could also be the indigo one. So there are some overlaps there. You finish the song again. This time the music doesn't fade. The book twists in your hands and begins flipping from the end of the book backwards. You see in inky shadows a bed and the dying young woman upon it. She clutches the blankets to her throat, fists shaking. Silent tears wet the pillow beneath her cheeks. Her teeth are set against the pain. And the singing continues, cracked with the hope that it will bring her peace and let her sleep. The book slams shut, nearly taking your fingers with it. Let's put it away, save, and do it again. I play the fuck out of this book until my fingers bleed. I think blue, red, indigo, jaundice. Ah! Blue, red, indigo, gold, silver. Only the song. Okay, Falinda, I've got your book. Ciristi doesn't do anything, does he? Oh, it does! The silent merchant traces dark fingers over a cracked scroll. It appears to be ignoring you as politely as possible. The merchant again passes a hand over the page, and you hear the scrape of quill on paper. Dark letters emerge from the shadow of that hand, as if pulled from beneath the page. The merchant is restoring the work once recorded on this scroll, not writing it. You are certain of that, but is it scanning it in some way? Or coaxing the text from the page? Looking closely, you see that Ciristi's fingers are unraveling into coiling threads that taste the faded letters below before pricking the page itself. Fresh ink wells up from the holes, forming words. Okay. Yeah. She apparently one of our previous cast-offs, the changing guard in our body borrowed that book from Falinda and never brought it back. So she is quite pissed at us. So that's why she wants it. Does he do anything else? No, but I will talk to you about what you're doing there. But before I do that, I want to use my flex skill. Tibia. Why can't I?
Ready.
Wait. Tibia. Ah, I cannot use it anymore. Okay, Falinda. No, Ciristi. You cut holes in the page and ink flows up, almost as if you're tattooing it. Ciristi jerks in what can only be surprise, then holds up a single coalescing finger, bidding you to watch. It resumes restoring the scroll, but slower, so you can watch and understand. Eventually you do. The page is no simple grocery list or musty treatise. Stiristi's methods might be different if it was. The scroll is alive, and Stiristi is carefully and methodically waking it up. The fresh ink gleams as brightly as a sleeper's eye on waking. When the scroll is fully restored, the ink flashes. The page promptly crumples itself up and bursts into flame. Neither of the merchants reacts to this in any way. When the smoke clears, Stiristi plucks an object from the pile of ashes, taking hold of your wrist and leaving tingly, inky fingerprints. The merchant drops it into your palm and closes your hand over it. Then Stiristi takes another faded page from a pile and starts afresh. We have the Amulet of the Eternal Traveler. Another one with a flex skill, why not? This coin is forever spinning and flipping, never ceasing its motion. It is attached to a fine silver chain by a powerful magnetic force. If you grasp the coin in your hand, it halts its movement with a begrudging whine. As soon as it released, it starts spinning again. When it resumes, the coin somehow taps into the datasphere and feeds its knowledge to you for a short time. The coin needs time to recharge. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Why are you so nice to me? And why don't you talk to me? But thank you for being so nice. And Velocity, what are you rendering? I thought that you're just basically only a still picture, a still image artist, not a moving image artist. How come? Now that you say it like that, Stiristi is weird that he just gives me this amulet. But everyone is... Okay, so Tiber, you get that... no, you already have the flex skill. Wait. Do I then have 2 flex skills, or what's happening here?
Don't you?
No. Doesn't help at all. Okay. Tiber, you don't need that. And I think nobody does. Because the other stuff is cooler. Way cooler. Hakuna Matata. Okay. I'm a UX designer and motion graphics was my focus in university. Oh! I'm the one who has to do all the video ads. Okay.
Here comes the...
But how comes... UX design is user interface design, isn't it? Usability and stuff. What does that have to do with video ads? I thought one is marketing and the other one is the product itself working. Valinda, I've got your book back. Here's the Tome of Singing Thorns.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Valinda snatched the book from the thief's hands. And yes, it was the same book, still sealed, still worthless, still priceless. The merchant traces the sigil on the cover for a long, silent moment. As a reward, Valinda invited the thief, the customer, to take one of the merchant's more ragged books as payment. Stock space was limited after all, and the customer would be doing Valinda and Stiristi a favor. Angul and the Greater Good. The Rise of the Angular Knights. Ugh, I don't like the Angular Knights. 2 weeks and a day in the pleasure wagons of Ossam's traveling menagerie and soaring circus. This is all stuff really from the real Numenera pen and paper book. I like that. Humming and hiding, the secrets of the labyrinth of sound. Known powers. A historical examination of the rulers of the Ninth World. Okay, so it's a tight decision. Gold tide would be increased. Silver tide, I would say. This might be blue. This is red. And that's indigo. You know what? Velocity. What kind of book would you like to read? The Angular Knights is an organization that hunts non-humans. But yes, they hunt mutants. The Angular Knights hunt mutants, and they are also not. They don't really like visitants, which are the aliens here in Numenera. The menagerie in Soaring Circus is exactly what it sounds like. It's a circus. And the other stuff is just self-explaining, I would say. Poor mutants. Yes, I hate the Angular Knights. UX and motion graphics are not marketing. The marketing people can plan campaigns on the Excel sheet level. We do the execution. I think, Velocity, what I meant to say was exactly the opposite. That video ads are marketing and UX and motion graphics are not. That's why I was confused why you do both of this. The marketing people plan campaigns on the Excel sheet and you execute the ads. Okay. The circus! Okay, let's see what's happening in the circus. Concealing surprise, Valinda handed the book over. Tales of lustful abandon hardly seemed the customer's type. 2 weeks and a day. 2 weeks and a day in the pleasure wagons of Ossam's traveling menagerie and Soaring Circus. Day 15. Light. Greasy, throbbing sunlight in my eye. Tried to move. Couldn't. Well, that was it, I reasoned. I wasn't just hung over, I was paralyzed. Bound to happen eventually. Someone must have mistaken me for the lovely contortionist with the Unigrin tattoo and twisted me like a length of rope to get at my tender parts. Which, of course, I did appreciate, even now. I cleared my throat to call politely for help, and a husky voice mumbled something obscene. And somewhat half-hearted, it was dawn, after all, in my right ear. A bare hip settled comfortably into the palm of my left hand as another of my nameless companions got comfortable. And then, of course, I realized the truth. I was not paralyzed. My limbs were merely pinned by the 30 or so strangers sharing the small bed with me. What a relief. I think that was an orgy. I am not completely sure, but I think that book describes orgy stuff. A reader after my own heart. The thief's companion said, wondering if Valinda was naked beneath those heavy ropes. Tyler blinks, then turns to you. Guilty, he says, shrugging. Farewell! But who'd animate the video ads if not the motion graphics designer? Yes, right, but what does this have to do with user interfaces, with UX? Huh? The MC did want to sell the erotica. Good point. Velocity. But I think it meant that, is she wearing underwear? Okay, we completed that. Neisenstein. Blah, 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 blah. Try to turn that off. Go into our mind. Go there. Do this. So, let's turn off the probability engine. For this, we go into the underbelly. Oh, we can level. Just one thing you could focus on during the study program was just UX, then you'd get your bachelor within a year. Ah, okay. So, you do not work in UX. You studied UX, but you work in motion graphics for video ads. Okay, I think I'm getting the picture. Huh. Now. That sun just is still waiting. What's that behind me? Ah. So a little less, less exposure. Yeah, that's okay. Little more brightness for the other half of my face. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Velocity, I think if you ever feel like you want to tell me everything that your job includes, I'm all ears, but I think that this would take a while. You do? I feel like it's not good at all, because every fucking day that I'm streaming, at least the several weeks, somehow the sun always decides to burst right through my window and blow everything up. And then always one half of my face is super bright, the other half of my face is super dark. And I don't... Today, yeah, you're right, it's not that bad. But there were other times where it looked way, much worse. I want to go here. Oh no, let's talk to Chikekt. These here are sticker velocity, if you want to know that. They're cool. Egg friend. Chikekt whistles. The smell of dust and closed air surrounds it. The creature is clearly glad to see you.
Sticker, move to new home. Is good place. Chikekt gone soon. Human want to travel before Chikekt leave. Is free. For good human.
Klar, will ich. Und zwar zum Sanctuary. Yep. I kind of have a soft box, or that's what my plan was when I bought this Doppelrollo. Double blinds? No, blinds are Jalousien. And it's white, and that's my plan was, then I can use the soft light from outside for the stream. But I wish that it would keep more light out, to be frank. But yeah, thank you. Why am I complaining? I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad it's that good today. And Egg Friend, I think I would be glad if everyone would just talk to me and name me Egg Friend. No, that's for Calistige, I know. So, let's turn off the probability engine. Why not? Why not? I don't know, but let's save before. Probably a good idea. See what I did there?
Yes.
Wires and cables extend from this device into the rock wall. Turn them off. You speak the word Neshu, and the interface brightens. You press the same 5 symbols you saw the ghostly man use in the labyrinth. You're about to repeat the ritual a second time, as he did, but you meet resistance of some kind. Your hand simply won't obey. It's not a physical resistance. Something in your mind won't let you complete the sequence. Fight it off! Boom.
Making a note.
It takes an incredible strength of will, as though some other mind were fighting for control over your body. Finally, you overcome it, entering the sequence a second time. The interface disappears, and the machine quiets. It's done.
All right.
Dim and silent. Yeah! And level up! Level up! Dear 1 to Egg Friend, you can end the name of subs. It's not the worst idea. By the way, I gave my subs specific custom names. Do you see them? I think the first one is the Feuer-Abo, then Raketen-Abo, and then Nova-Abo. Does it show up that way? Because I've never seen these descriptions anywhere. Better stat pools. Yeah, more effort. Yes.
Did I learn that? Or remember it?
Nice. Okay, let's go to visit all these women that had their mind, well, violated by this engine.
Yes.
Wait, I think I can use these mirrors here to teleport, so I will do that. You cannot see it. Okay.
Ready.
Does it show up at your channel? If people click somewhere where it's supposed to show up? Should we kill ourselves? I don't know if we should. Maybe we should, or maybe we shouldn't. No, let's sleep first and then kill ourselves. Travel to Circus Minor. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. I think I will sell some stuff. I have too much stuff. Nobody needs the wall mask. Nobody needs that glove. Maybe the ears. No one needs the father tether. No one needs the construct. No one needs... It's the antagonist. No one needs the antagonist. But the other things might come in handy. Medium melee broadsword. No one needs that. Hold on to that book, why not? I don't need that clothing. Let's be naked. Rapier. Great sword, A+2, healing sword, no. And sell that. Okay. So. Cannot see yours as well, okay, yeah. Change your schedule so your world domination are not... Yeah, I saw that... Yes, I did change my schedule. I thought... Too bad. I thought that that I've told you before, but yes, I have changed the schedule. But then I also saw yesterday that when I wanted to stream, that I had to push convelocity of my hosting place and, well... start streaming. Yeah, it's still a fight, but I think we can subtract some rounds. I think maybe instead of 9 rounds to the death, we'll just fight 4 rounds. Maybe that's enough. And then we'll see. And I mean really fighting, not figure skating, because you have an unfair advantage when we do that. Not drawing, also an unfair advantage. Maybe something else. We will get back to that later, I think. I have been doing Taekwondo for 10 years! Woot! There, do you have another stab emoji? You have... How many stab emojis do you need? Shit can't? What do you mean? What's shit can't? Do people not like them, or did you delete them by accident? Aren't they? Isn't, I don't know, Valiant and Fortnite, isn't that like category 1 here on stream, on Twitch? Your whole existence promotes. Sorry, yeah, hot tubs. Duh. You really, I think Twitch does. They seem to dislike you. First, you get because you said the D word, and I don't even know what the D word would be if someone told me she said the D word. I think it would be douchebag. D word, D bag sounds too similar. But no, you said dick on your stream, and then you got suspended. You are using knives on your stream, and they take away your knives. I don't know how you will eat then, but still. They took away your knives. Next time they will take away your freedom! But we will not let them. Velocity. On the other hand, this might help me on my plan to world domination, so maybe they do have someone that tells them about your mishaps, about how you behave. Yes, let's talk to Avina, Sigyn, all the girls that had other minds, consciousnesses in them. My rip one. This also promotes. Does it really? Because I think a rip emote is. I think every stream should have one. But you think it promotes violence. They haven't said anything about your rip emote, have they? Okay, she's okay. Then Avina at Cliff's Edge. Okay. We could teleport now that I remembered, but we don't. Oh, so it got published.
Action! Here I come!
Kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, this way it's just a dagger. And the dagger isn't used to stab someone, so I see what they mean, but I really don't see why they mean it. Let's go to to what's it called? Cliff's Edge. Edge badge. Okay. Showing off my dagger collection. Action, here I come. Sounds like the protagonist of a horror movie who dies in the first 10 minutes. Eratus really is that guy. And I like his character description. Eratus is an overly impulsive glaive who is as heroic as he believes himself to be. Glaive means fighter here in Torment. Act first, let someone else ask questions later, if then. Eratus has yet to see a downside to this plan. Aratus is a hero because he believes himself to be so. The more heroic his actions, the more powerful and self-fulfilling they become. Yeah, Aratus, I like you. Loss of self. She should feel better now? Don't you? She embraces you as fiercely as a child, then blushes and pulls away. She's gone. That damn woman in my head is gone and my memories are coming back. What did you do? I turned it off. No. She breathes, pale and delighted. I thought it was a dream, but I saw you. You went into a hole in the ground and I heard the sounds of gears and grinding down. She clasps your wrist with cold hands. Thank you so much. Silvertide raised a tiny amount. I can almost remember my name now. It's so good to see you again. Yeah, are you feeling better? Not? Yes, she says, rubbing her eyes. I haven't heard the voice again. You can't imagine how good it is to stand here talking to you without hearing her whispers under every thought. She trails off, giving you a rueful smile. My head hurts now, but that will pass, I hope.
Sure.
Now, let's go to Mother Temaz. Where's Mother Temaz?
I'm going.
Whoopsie. Is she dead? She was living here. Peering over the edge of the cliff, you see the ruins of a house and the streaks of bloody fingers scrabbling at the rock. Whoever lived here fell into the distant sea with their home. It is possible, however, that they left some of their valuables behind, and they are certainly not coming back for them. Search the rubble. In a little stone cistern on the broken roof, you find a long string of strange-looking beads. You pocket them and step away from the edge. Beads of Mother Temaz. Whoopsie. Aratus is king, yeah. Gotta go as soon as my last video is done. Yep, that's right on time because I stream till 5 o'clock. So bye-bye, Velocity. And see you maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow, Cutie Cat und ich haben einen Hochzeitstag. Morgen kein Stream. Sonst schalt ein, wenn du möchtest. Aber morgen, Mittwoch, kein Stream. Wir gehen lecker essen. Mwah. Bye, Velocity. Thank you. This long string of beads belonged to a midwife in Cliff's Edge. Each bead on the string is distinct and unique, representing one of the babies she delivered over the course of her long career. Touching one of the beads will put you into very brief mental contact with whoever that bead represents. Woo! That's new to me. I think I've never found that before. Sure, we think the sticker are gone, but what's stopping them from showing us up in our sleep? Right over there in the alley, I saw two men eating each other calmly with spoons. Once a month, something explodes out in the sea and no one wants to talk about it. I just need a good night's sleep, just one.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Avina. Has anything changed with you now that the machine is turned off? Okay, farewell. On the Builder's Trail. Yeah, Infestation. Maybe we should someday do that. One True Love. Okay. Let's sleep. And then begin with a quest in the underbelly that I haven't started so far because It's a time-sensitive quest. And then next time we will begin it. Our investigation to the murder of someone. I don't know who it is. And I think it was a person of no importance, to be frank. Still, we'll solve the murder mystery next time. But first we will sleep here at their place. Let's sleep here, please. Of course, revered. Blah 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 blah. Rest well. Blah blah
I
blah.
can stand a little more of that. Happy to help.
And then the infestation in our mind. Or should we do that first? Well, no. Stream is over. The stream is over. The stream is over now. Or is it? From when to when do I stream? Wait. I stream until 17:30. Not 5 o'clock. Whoopsie. Well, if that's the case. Shadow step negative. What's the shadow step thing? Ah, this thing. Okay. Okay. Well, if that's the case, and I still feel like I would like to play the game, which I do, let's play the game. Save it here, and then look into this item. Dried blood coats many of the unique beads strung along a chain. It could be the former owners, but there's no way to tell. And bam, clear the chat. I will keep doing that now. I like that option. Why I haven't thought about that before, I don't know. But that's just me. Yeah. Huh. That's okay. That's good. That's looking nice. Continue. Touch a bead. You close your hand over a random bead. Threads of the person it represents weave into a tapestry of murmurs that floods your senses. She thinks of the daggers she dropped into the waves. She wonders if the tides have stripped the blood from them yet. Touch a bead. She sings with her hands. The music echoes. She echoes. She bears the copper lantern, wrapped 6 times in a black cloth. She's afraid someone will steal it. She's afraid it will start screaming again. Ragged meat edges cool in the air, releasing their stink. She presses her aching hand to the mirror, and the woman beyond pulls her through by stepping out. Her reflection looks nothing like her, but no one can tell the difference. Whoa! That's one of these very creepy... This description hits exactly my creepy spot, my creepy nerves. Puh, was das Leben. Touch a bead. She thinks of the... Oh. It's repeating now. It's repeating. A graffiti line carves the shape of his throat, her arm, his mouth. Her hand, the thumb brushes, adding shadows. Breathless, blinded by tears, he kneels on the estate's warm stone. With slow fingers he traces where she slept when she was young. Wings like shards of stained glass, stolen gems, broken sunsets. Information flows sipped like nectar. She samples, tastes. She wanders, wearing her city like a second set of skin, breathing the salt until she can crunch it between her teeth. She sees a world barred and bound by untarnished locks. She holds a bloody key in her hands. She's seeking, seeking, always seeking, behind gates, beneath flesh. He frowns. Questions lead to questions lead to questions. Answers do not quell his curiosity or bring him lasting joy. Even in his silent moments, he hears the sound of pursuit. He thinks he deserves it. His fingers touch the bottom of a bag. They scrape the leather of the rough edge of a coin. There are way more options that I thought I would see, especially when they started to repeat themselves. Stepping, climbing between cable, cord, and port. The murmur of the city below is like the whispering of waves. He hasn't spoken to anyone in 7 years. She holds her brother's arm at night, listening to the house creaking on the edge of the cliff. You know that? She bears clean teeth in imitation of fiercer animals, but her heart is snapped in half. There's a well in his gut, filled with his ancestors. They shriek for blood and never stop, no matter how much he feeds them. He remembers the brittle crack of bone, the blood and the dust. He remembers the taste and smiles. Maybe... No, that's not it. He lives in a cloud of roasted smoke, amid a tangle of shapes and shapeless flesh. Although maybe I have read that before. Okay, put the beats away. Wow. Fulsome. Oh, no? Let's go to Fulsome.
Look out below! Above! Sideways!
Though this is a good place to stop the game today, or we could try to journal, yes, to get rid of the infestation. Yes, let's clean the infestation. Let's get into the labyrinth, which means we have to get to Caravanserai. Yeah. Okay, Circus Minor.
Go.
And then Tranquility can put us into a trance. And then we can hopefully get rid of the infestation. No.
I'm going.
It's a long... Oh, no, we could teleport. Can't we? Here. There you go. Use the teleportation console and go to Caravanserai. Oh, on the. But we don't teleport next to. The proprietress. What's her name? To Tranquility, but here. We cannot reach that. Ark. Okay, let's just normally walk there. Use spatial network. Go to Circus Minor. Yes. Boom. I have to admit, I don't know which places are connected to Caravanserai. Obviously, now. And no, there's no way from here, directly. But now that I think about it, I think Government Square might be the only place connected to Caravanserai. So this is, again, the wrong way. No, it's right. It's correct. Good. Maybe is loss of self interested in dead Mother Temaz. She's not.
Sure enough.
Okay, Tranquility. Here we are. What have we done today? Tranquility. Welcome back, friend. You have been missed. In fact, the feeling of calm you feel in her presence is... okay. Are you manipulating me? She smiles faintly. If calming can be said to be manipulating, I suppose I am, but it is nothing more than that. I cannot control minds or influence thoughts. Like my voice, my sense seems to relax people. It's one of the reasons I believe opening a hostel might lead to success. Okay, anything? No, we want to kill the thing in our mind. Trance, please. I have asked him that before, haven't I? Okay. I haven't read that out because I thought that I did that before. Okie dokie. There it is. Kill that sorrow. Mind, kill sorrow.
I'm going. Making a note.
As your body pours from the portal, an ad hoc laboratory comes into view. Irregular catwalks connect several platforms, each littered with dusty machines, tools, and displays. In the center of each platform stands a strong glass tank glowing like the orbs from the dark fathom you were born in. You have a feeling that, like the orbs, those tanks contain your memories. Each tank is connected to a machine on the same platform. Caustic black ichor sputters from all but the nearest of the glowing tanks, keeping you from seeing or even feeling what lies inside. The oily film on a distant machine pauses, almost as if it has noticed your presence, and begins to drain from the device. As the black sludge coalesces, you recognize it as a fragment of the sorrow, stronger from feeding on your subconscious all this time. Because the fragments have been feeding on your tidal energy, you sense that they are bound to you, at least for now. You may be able to use the machines in this place to manipulate them. A mental reflex twitches, a subconscious response to the perceived threat, calling forth reflections of your current companions. Hallo, Roxy! Mach doch nichts! Süß, dass du trotzdem hier warst und jetzt sein kannst noch die letzten 10 Minuten. Ich habe ja eigentlich nur noch vor, hier die Sorrow ein bisschen in den Arsch zu treten. Aber dann ist der Stream auch schon vorbei. Aber das macht ja nichts. Schön, dass du überhaupt hier warst. Hallo! Help me! Thank you. You are right here for the crisis. Trap or kill the sorrow from the infestation. Use the lab machines to attract and ensnare the creatures. 3 fragments remaining. Okay. What's that? This device wafts a mild fog, filled with scents that tickle your memory, but the sorrow's fragment radiates a sharp ozone stench disrupting your thoughts. What? Aha, okay. What's that? An error message flashes across this machine's display, probably due to the sorrow's fragment in the tank. Which tank? This tank? That tank? What tank? That's a teleport? What's this? The device ticks and whirs, and each tick calls out a part of your mind, but the sorrow's fragments intercept the call, and you are unable to interact with the machine. Uh-huh. What's that? These look remarkably like the resonance chamber. This laboratory must have been constructed from memories of your sire's first experiments with it. Okay. Who am I controlling? Tibia. There's the sorrow fragment. Why don't you just... Tries to summon, darken, and tear, disrupted by the sorrow fragment. Go... No. Go here. Why not? Ertis, you attack the fragment. You cannot reach it. That's okay. You go here. And wait. Elegant. Can you... No. You are so slow, man. You're so slow. You go here, then we can flank it with Ertis and Elegant. Okay. And we try to get there. Judging by the images and information flitting across this display, it is some sort of control mechanism for the tank on this platform. The screen flashes angrily. Foreign body part present in tidal flow regulators. Configure flush? Yes, please. Machinery lore. Who's... only Elegant would be the one to do that. Okay, Elegant. Tibia, you attack... You go here. And attack the sorrow... Oh, you... It's still out of range. Damn! issue a challenge. No, I cannot do that either. Okay, great. Then I'll hook it. Bam. Why not? Eritus, you attack. All your power. That should be enough.
My attack didn't feel strong at all.
At all. Elegant, yeah. Maybe you can... Maybe you can go to one of the other consoles. Yeah, you go here. Last cast off. Okay, you do this. Machinery lore. Oof, oof. Damn. Why is that a speed? I could try to give myself some machinery lore right now.
That's the stuff. Yes.
That's my action then, isn't it? Yes, it is. Ah, okay. Yeah, you just stay here. Why? Ugh, damn. Why does it attack me? Knockdown. That's okay. Tibia. Shoot it. 11, 8, 5. Shoot it hard. Yes, that's what you do. Bam. And can you help Eritus up? Next turn. Eritus, attack it! Ah, but he had to step up, that's why. Elegant. You should be able to do that. Okay. Pictograms flicker across the flat surface on the device. The information and options changing before your eyes. It's responding to your thoughts as you seek a way to dispatch the sorrow fragments. Causes energy to leak from the tank, attracting the fragments. And trying to paralyze nearby fragments. There are no... Tidal fumes spill from the projector, sizzling and evaporating like water on a hot pan as it spreads across the floor. The sorrow's fragments turn towards the platform. Okay, now, last cast off, please. Come on. Yeah, do everything you can. Okay, 90%, that's good, that's good. The machine floods with power. The air around it crackles as eldritch energy pours through the tank. The sorrow fragment spills from the device, taking form with a head-splitting screech! Oh! It gets out! I haven't thought about that. Whoopsie daisy. I have no action. Oh, but I can use this to go somewhere else. Oh, they are fast. Okay. Oh, they leave now. Tibia. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, shoot that fucker. Shoot it! Attack! Or not. Okay. That's okay. Sucker punch it? Ooh. Okay. Could work, should work, does work. Okay, put it all in. Put it all in! Tiber. Eritis. You kill it. 5 plus 2. Let's stick that. Using this tactic.
My attack didn't feel strong at all.
Ah, okay. Bis dann, Roxy. Schön, dass du hier warst. Kurz, aber schmerzlos. Adios. You, Elegant, do nothing. Do you? You attack the Sorrow Fragment. Why not? Plus 5 damage. Yeah, do it.
I barely heard it. Try something else.
Which fragment? Okay. Oh, miss. Great. Oh, charge up. Not great. What can he do? What does it do again? No, step away from the machine. We want to have them here. Then, yeah, hide, maybe? Hide, yeah. Tiber's turn. Okay. Good. Attack it, and then get the hell out of dodge. Or you could just go away. They're forced to attack you. Yes, issue the challenge.
It's all in the flick of the wrist.
And then go away.
Naturally.
And then they should come here. If my plan works. Eritis, you just attack it. Why would be a different weapon better? 8, A plus 4 plus 3 chemical damage. Confers bleeding. Could heal myself, but only on critical? Ah, no. Okay, you attack it and then run away.
Almost dead.
Almost had it. That's... Whoopsie. Elegant. You... Step here.
Got it.
But I don't know if... how smart that was. Because then it can attack both at the same time. Last Castoff's turn. Where is he? Where am I? I'm hiding! Ah, okay. 3 Sorrow Fragments, and I want them here. Yeah, you just... What does happen then? I don't know if that one's near enough. No, I still want to attract the fragments. Yeah, please. But you stay here, hidden, and that's your turn. Great. Miss is good. Yeah, you eat Eritis. Tiber, you go away after shooting it. Or after... sucker punching it? I don't know. After faint. Oh, why not? Let's faint it. And then go away.
All in the flick of the wrist.
Critical hit? Faint it. Great. Now, get away. Arcs of pure energy twist from here to the platform above. Dust and small particles sucked and running. Yes, they are. They do. And let's clear the chat for the last couple of seconds. And do something about this webcam again. That's okay. Fuck the t-shirt. That's doesn't matter now. Yeah, next turn. Type Eritus, you should attack it. Or just get away. I don't know. Maybe you should just walk away from there. Walk away. Just walk away. Eritus, you can. You can just walk away. No harm in that. And again, you healed someone, maybe. Yourself, namely. Does feel better. And then you go through there as well. Wait for the sorrow fragments. Last cast off. I mean, can I trap all of them in one of these? Or not? I think I can trap only one. So why am I not doing that? Turn it to normal. And then ta-ta. Paralyze them. The roiling energies in the attack begin to slow and move in unison, coalescing into a visibly ordered pattern as the machine indicates a buildup of energy. It indicates that a paralyzing pulse will detonate before your next action. That's good. That's exactly what you should do. You wait there. And I hope that it doesn't attack me. Doesn't harm me. Oh, you... Biznatch. Am I running away now?
On my way.
I hope that they will come after me. I don't know. I don't know if it works that way. Yeah, can protect all of us.
Look out, villains!
Trouble coming your way. Oh yeah. Well, that was a waste of everything. Ah, great.
Yes. Now.
Yeah. I think my last cast off is successfully hidden. That's at least something. Sucker punch.
Barely making a scratch.
I know. Then Tibia, you go, run No, you faint. Where is it? There, the sorrow fragment. Oh, is it already fainted? Can I see that somehow? Ah, I can. Dazed. It's dazed. It's not fainted. So that's fainted.
Keep your head down. We'll be out of this soon enough.
Miss. Damn. Artis, attack it. That's what you do. That's what you can do.
Almost had it.
Almost had it. Another miss. Elegant, you attack it. No, you don't attack it because your weapon doesn't do shit against it. Yeah. You just run here, this way. I think the first time I played it, I didn't call my companions. I only used the last cast off. Track the fragments. Yes, please. And that's it. That's it. End turn. It bursts! Boom! Ah, both knocked down.
See me suffering?
Maybe you should fix it. Yeah, maybe I should, shouldn't I? Tiber, you run as far as you can. Right there. Artis cannot run as far because... What happens when they die here? I mean, it's just reflections, so... This shouldn't affect them. Artis, you can... How far can you go? Yeah, go here.
Help over here.
Some help over here. Yeah, that's a good idea. But first, I think you should just get out of here. Yeah? Oh, they want to attack Elegant. Okay. Bye-bye. No, it's not a total bye-bye. Last cast off, you stay there. Or maybe you can... I mean, you can shoot them. I can't because it's... That was so stupid. Yeah, Elegant is gone. That's okay. Tiberia's turn. Well, Tibia, I think maybe it's time to blow shit up.
Alright.
Hope this works now.
I am the very soul of action.
Yes, you are. Ah, now I can see the blue... Oh, now they go away! You are so... shitty. Can I... somehow keep them here? I can do trans-dimensional damage to... this one. Hey, why not? Stay, go, I don't know, go there. Yes, it's attacking Aratus, that's okay.
Feels like someone threw up in my mouth.
They knocked us down, that's okay. They're eating Aratus, that's okay too. They are down, okay. Ah. No energy anymore. No energy anymore. Okay. So only one thing left to do is kill this fragment or... Run away. No, let's kill it. Let's kill it. We'll kill it now.
Sure enough.
What can I do? Opportunist. Fell swoop.
I need to shake this.
Knocks us down like we're little wooden things. Now. Transdimensional damage. 1 plus 6. Maybe another damage type would be better. No, energy. Plus 6 energy. Or mental damage. I mean, they are in my head. Let's try. Barely hurting it. I know. Forced to attack me. You know what? Just shoot it. 2 damage. That's nothing. Sucker punch it. As hard as you can.
Barely making a scratch.
This is dazed. Eritus! Oh, no. Tibia hooks it. Boom. What's happening here? Eritus's turn. Okay. Come on, please, just kick it when it's down. +3, that's good.
My attack didn't feel strong at all. At all.
It's only got 11 HP left. Can you do something else? You can hide, which doesn't do shit in this circumstance, I think.
Am I hidden yet? No?
It's bleeding. And it's attacking. But my Viscera Sprig, that's good. Hurt it back. Ha! You see, that's what you get for attacking me.
I'm barely hurting it.
Yeah, that's the turn. That's my turn. Tibia. Sucker punch. And please just hit.
I hope no one saw that.
No, it did not hit. Eritus. Can I feint him? Maybe it works?
Everything's possible when you keep your wits about you.
Yeah, it's fainted. Okay, then Eritus. I think this should be it then. 9 plus 2, 85%. That thing is dead!
My attack didn't feel strong at all.
Finally. With the last of the sorrow fragments neutralized, you feel a cold breeze flow through you, mind and body. Your muscles tense with dexterity and strength you haven't felt before, and your mind flows gracefully from thought to thought, exploring possibilities and sensations more quickly than ever before. Gradually, you become aware of a shadow in your mind. The sorrow still has one stronghold somewhere in the labyrinth. You've almost driven it out entirely, but not yet.
Yes.
Whew. Then
All right.
I think next time we will begin here looking through this room. But until then, let's stop the stream. Save. Hope Ellie is okay. because he died in this fight, but I mean, it's just a reflection show. It shouldn't matter. Okay. Exit to desktop. Glad you were here. Glad you watched. I love you, Pipal. See you. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Yes. See you the day after tomorrow. Thursday at 3 o'clock. We continue with Torment, Tides of Numenera. This game right here. Bye-bye.